And the resistance?
The fight goes on. We have to secure Kitasira and other territories. There are still questions.
The Jardin may be the only ones with the answers.
Not the answers we determine for ourselves.
Hell yeah.
Just detected a ZK tracker.
Scan's ready. We need Dr. Kennedy's location.
Understood, believe me. Anomaly detected. Deploying probe. Something's different, Pathfinder. An Angara signal in the tracker.
Try and get me the last message through.
Attached. We find the sources. Tech will give us initiative access. The breeder is also a symbolic target. No mercy.
Rokar targeting Dr. Kennedy. Suvi, do we have her?
Negative. We need another tracker.
Damn it.
Approaching the nav point provided by Avitus.
That's the Turian Ark. It's seen better days.
Incoming call.
Pathfinder, I think we're on the right track.
No kidding. Is it safe to board?
Only one way to find out. I'll meet you inside. Limited power. Life support's busted. Surprised there's any gravity at all.
This can't be easy to see.
I'm not really a feelings type of guy, Ryder.
Even so.
Let's just find Mason. HO47C. It was supposed to be the Turian homeworld in Helios.
Like Habitat 7.
Whoever was piloting the Ark wanted to get here. No matter the cost.
They wanted to find home.
It's not really a home if no one's left to live there. Come on. Speculating won't get us anywhere.
We're lucky this part of the Ark survived.
Looks can be deceiving, Pathfinder. The hull is barely holding together.
Thanks, Sam. Always a ray of sunshine.
I could provide analysis via the scanner, Pathfinder.
Hey, this door's still got power.
I wouldn't open that, Pathfinder. It leads to space. Perhaps you could divert the power to a different door. Power has been diverted, Pathfinder.
This one's still got juice.
Looks pretty busted. Think your Sam can get us in?
Only one way to find out.
I found a log from Pt38, the Ark's captain. The video is corrupt, but I can recover the audio.
Play it.
Something's tearing the Tannis apart. Half the cryo chamber is gone, trying to get anyone awake to the escape pods. Spirits, there's no time. Find Mason.
Maybe she found him. Made it to the escape pods.
He wouldn't leave the Ark without me. The Tannis didn't get here on its own. We need to know what happened next.
The rest of the data on this console is corrupt. Perhaps if we find another. Or the Ark's SAM node.
Alright, let's keep looking. This one also needs power.
Maybe we can use the same trick as last time? Divert power from something else?
Well, we're not going that way.
The door should now be operational, Pathfinder.
Avidus, over here.
There's still life in this one.
Sam, how are we doing?
Mason, bring it back.
Sam, help me out.
Like the previous log, the video data is corrupt.
What about audio?
Repairing now. 1 moment, please.
We need to remain objective.
Yeah, I've never been objective when it comes to Mason.
Try. For his sake.
Playing audio now.
Sam, how far to Avi's pod?
300 meters.
An easy stroll then. Damn it! Maybe not so easy.
Where's the rest of it?
That is all I could recover.
Damn it.
He was looking for your pod. Do you remember anything before waking up on Havarl?
I told you. My first memory was clawing out of my stasis pod.
Then we keep looking.
That door leads to the SAM node. We've got to get in there.
The SAM node should now be accessible.
Sam, Where's the Pathfinder? Where's Mason?
Avi. 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 Commence. Stars.
Avi. Isn't that what Mason called you?
He's the only one who calls me that.
My counterpart is suffering from severe trauma. If I partition the damage, it may be able to speak with us.
Be careful. I don't want to lose this Sam because we rushed for answers.
Avitus Riggs. Welcome home.
Sam, Mason sent coordinates to this location. I need to find him.
You are mistaken. I sent the coordinates.
Okay, this is officially getting weird. Next you'll say you flew the Natanis here.
I did. The Pathfinder ordered me to help Avitus find the Taurians a home.
Where's Mason?
Gone.
This thing's still busted. It doesn't know what it's talking about.
We should have access to Mason's logs. Maybe there's something in there.
Abby, whatever we hit, a piece of it shredded my suit. Stings like hell, but spirits, it's beautiful. I need you to go on for the both of us. Don't let that temperate get the better of you. Sam, commence transfer.
Yes, Pathfinder.
Even the stars look brighter.
He died before the transfer was complete. That must be the source of Sam's trauma.
Why bring me here? What was the point?
To complete the transfer, the Taurians need a Pathfinder.
I can't. What do you mean you can't?
I never thought I'd get the job. My whole career, I worked alone. I don't know how to lead people. I don't want to lead people.
Avitus, I've seen you protect settlers. You found the Turian Ark. You've already been playing the part of Pathfinder. Just without the title.
A title that belongs to Mason.
Which he wanted you to have. Rejecting it won't bring him back.
What if I let him down?
You could only do that by walking away.
Ah, damn it, you're right.
Shall I begin transfer?
It'll be safer on the Nexus. Suvi, call Tan. We need a shuttle to pick up the SAM node. Tell him we found the Turian Pathfinder.
Welcome back. Now orbiting Gadara.
Do I even want to know?
Hey? Oh, this? Some idiot who got talked into a headbutting contest with me by his buddies.
Some buddies.
Hey! You!
Not in my bar.
I know you. Nexus. Your people hurt my friends. Now, we're gonna hurt you.
Looks like someone wants a fight. You up for it, Ryder?
You know I am. You start this, I'm gonna finish it.
Yeah? You and what army?
I don't need an army. I've got a Krogan.
Just what do you think you're doing? Balls almighty quads, I'm getting too old for this shit. Hey, Ryder. Do me a favor. Don't tell Cash about this.
I got you covered.
That you do, I just don't want her to worry.
What can I get you?
Were you a bartender back in the Milky Way?
Yup.
You like it?
Nope.
So why do it?
It's familiar.
When you're surrounded by the alien, it's comforting to do something familiar.
Yeah, sure.
Whiskey. Neat.
That's the only way we serve it.
Need something?
I was told you could help me find an Angara named Lieta.
No can do.
Why not?
I was generously compensated to keep my mouth shut. I'm a man of my word. I'm sure you understand.
Hey, I'm a good friend to have. You help me, and I'll help you.
Go on.
I can bend Sloane's ear. That's worth more than credits.
Sold. I can't tell you where she went. I can't stop you from taking a peek at my doc records either. Especially if you knew the passcode is 1837.
Got it. Thanks.
I don't know what you mean.
Thanks for your time.
Back to work.
Pick up the pace.
Hey, Ryder.
Jarl, the records say Lieta went to Aya for recovery. She was injured.
It must have been bad if she was sent to Aya.
What happened on Eladin?
There's a resistance med center on Aya. That's where we'll find answers.
Hands off.
Be careful, Ryder. You helped Sloan keep her grip on Kadara, but that doesn't mean she owes you anything.
I'm okay, Mom. Promise. Thanks for looking out for me, though.
Please don't call me Mom. That's just creepy.
I think Lexi wanted to speak to you. Now we're with
Pathfinder,
Kadara.
you have new email.
Move your arm again?
Readings won't change, Doc.
Your prosthetics are syncing properly. Your neuropathy-induced pain levels are consistent.
Hey, I'm used to it. It's okay.
No, it's not okay. You keep fighting smart, you hear me? You don't have much left in terms of organ redundancies.
Nah, it's fine. I don't mind.
Everything okay? This looks like a lot.
It is a lot. Just nothing he didn't already know about.
What do you mean?
He's fine, just old and missing too many parts. And too stubborn for his own good.
You love me just the way I am, Doc.
Don't get off that table until the scan is done.
Can I ask what happened?
Arm, side, hip, part of my leg. Strain balancing threading across my spine. It's all prosthetics and implants.
That's a lot.
Made it through the Krogan rebellions. Watched my culture disintegrate. Survived centuries as a merc. And all sorts of pirate shenanigans. 1,000 years of combat experience. All it took was one idiot with a pack of frag grenades.
It must have been hard.
Yeah, it got pretty bad. I hit some dark moments. Implant rejection after implant rejection. Prosthetics not syncing properly. Everything hurt. A lot. All the time. No purpose to anything.
How did you deal with it?
I didn't. I fell right into that pit. Almost. But then some shaman shows up, drops the tiniest little baby girl in my lap. This one's dying, he said. Not worth the trouble, he says. Useless is what he meant.
He wasn't just talking about the baby.
Yeah, I was useless too, but wasn't just about me anymore, so I got help. Learned how to take care of myself, take care of her, and she took care of me.
You found a way to live again.
We sure did. Wasn't easy on either of us. I'm old, stuck in my ways, and Cash has wanted to change everything since she could talk. Raising Cash taught me an important lesson.
And you're going to tell me all about it, aren't you?
Damn right I am. Parents aren't meant to be a goal, or a finish line. We're the starting line. Where you go from there, it's all you. Remember that.
Now orbiting Gadara.
You are my new best friend. Ah, Ryder. I'd like to introduce you to my new best friend. What's your name again?
Samrick.
Right. Samrick here has been so sympathetic about Pock being stolen. He used to run with our pal Kalinda, and he knows where her crews congregate. Safe houses, rallying points, etc.
Well, that makes Samrick a truly important person.
He's having some trouble understanding that.
Look, I appreciate the drinks and the flattery and all, but Kalinda doesn't take kindly to people discussing her business interests. She busted me up pretty bad when she kicked me out of her outfit. I don't really want to repeat.
You're sitting in an open bar on Kadara Port with us. Kalinda will know, and she'll assume the worst.
Yeah, and she probably won't be satisfied the first 30 or 40 times you scream your innocence. So you might as well tell us what we want to know.
At least that way you get another free drink.
Well, shit. Guess I can't argue with that. And I am still thirsty.
Thanks, Ryder. I think he'll cooperate now. I'll know where to look for Pox soon.
Next round's on me.
Welcome back.
You have new
No
email
orbiting
at your
Kadara.
terminal, Pathfinder.
Pathfinder, more of your outposts need help, if you have time. Settlers on Kadara are suffering from a bacterial infection. They need Angaran antibiotics to fight it. A medic in the city should be able to help.
Got it. They'll have that medicine in no time.
You're always a welcome sight, Pathfinder. Still no word from our search vessel. How goes your hunt for the missing satellites?
Your people caught scavengers from Kadara Port stealing them. There was a fight. Your ship lost.
I sent them out. And risked your life, too. The scavengers, Angaran? Have our deserters preyed upon us again?
The criminals were my people. Exiles. They ripped your satellites into scrap. I brought what's left.
The initiative is supposed to explore, not steal and kill. Why would your people steal something that protects us all? Murder those who are only trying to help.
Sometimes desperate people do bad things to survive. They won't hurt anyone else.
That's no comfort for what we lost. Maybe the others are right. What if you are no better than the Ket?
These scavengers abandoned the initiative, just like your deserters left you.
And we hate them too. Keep what your people stole and go. I can't talk to you anymore.
Sorry to hear things went south with that Angaran astronomer rider. I found a silver lining, though. The scrap satellites are gonna come in extra handy.
Not as handy as what we could have had, but I'll take it. The Moshai said you remember when the Ket arrived.
My father's oldest friend was chosen to be Volt's ambassador to the Ket. The day he left, they embraced as brothers. All the Ket sent back was his badge, and a holo recording I wasn't allowed to watch. I was too young to understand why everyone was scared, why my father mourned for months.
Why kill an ambassador and risk retaliation?
They told us it was retaliation for Havarl's attack on their envoy. Havarl received the same story, but in that one, we were the aggressors. We were so busy blaming each other. We were divided when the Ket launched their assault. They'll try the same with you. Be ready.
I said you'd want to hear my experience with the Ket, to learn from it.
I do. Tell me about it.
They had just arrived. I was on a civilian shuttle to Volt when we received a message. The spaceport was on lockdown. Security concerns due to the Ket. We were supposed to land on a nearby moon and wait for the all clear. Instead of landing, the shuttle captain turned back. Something felt wrong, he said. Later we learned it was a Ket transmission to isolate us for capture. The captain had saved our lives.
You can't have been more than a child when that happened.
I was old enough to know life would never be the same.
Have something to celebrate? Take home a fresh...
Welcome.
Something I can do for you?
I'll get moving.
Anything else you need, Suvi? Pathfinder.
See if you can find Angaran batteries.
I really wonder what would have happened if we hadn't found Aya. The people there have been so generous, and honestly, they didn't need to be.
Unrefined goods on sale right here. Make them your own.
I'm certainly thankful they didn't gun us all down. After the Ket, I wouldn't blame them.
Now it's up to us not to betray that trust, I suppose. Sun right ripened fruit. Take it home.
Ryder, some of the Angara know.
About the Jardin?
It's on their faces, like shock after an earthquake.
Hard to imagine how news like that would affect me.
Not sure if it's better or worse that it came from us, from outside.
The more time I spend on Aya, the more I like it. Only problem, it's too clean up here.
It feels like one giant water feature.
Where's the grit? Life needs a bit of grit.
Hello, Pathfinder. Any good news for me?
I picked this up. Any idea what it might be?
How in the skies did you find an Angaran star map? One that still works, even. It must be pre-Scourge. If we analyze it, we can learn where our people traveled before the Dark Age.
Do you know much about where your ancestors traveled?
No, not at all. The Scourge wiped out nearly everything. We're only just beginning to travel again.
Could they have made it to another galaxy, like us?
It's possible. For all we know, there are entire Angaran worlds beyond our reach.
I'll come back when I have something.
Stars guide your travels.
The Moshai said we should speak. You remember the Ket's arrival.
One of them came to our city on a vow to offer lavish gifts. We lined up along the street to watch the alien walk with our ambassador. As it passed, it stopped and knelt in front of me. I still dream of what it said. Young one, you are meant for greatness.
Now I know why my arrival had everyone on edge.
When I saw you walk with Paran through our city, I hoped the guards would kill you. I will never trust outsiders again.
My people on Kadara are fighting a bacterial infection. Do you have antibiotics?
Of course. Will this do? You're not supposed to be here.
Rorik sent me to find you. He wanted me to give you this cryo bracelet.
Rorik? I don't want it. Take it away. I want nothing to do with Rorik. With any of you.
You've been through a lot, haven't you?
You wouldn't want to hear about it.
Try me.
I was dumped by scavengers. Outsiders who left me for dead. I thought I could come to Aya and feel safe with my people. Forget what happened. And now you're here. Seems like no matter where I go, I can't escape outsiders.
All of you need to just go away and leave me alone.
You were jumped by scavengers?
On Eladon. They said they had salvage to sell. I was stupid enough to follow them. Once we were alone, they attacked. Left me for dead. Took my ship and flew off-world.
How did you get back?
I walked. 3 hours on the dunes with a few broken ribs. Rode back to Kadara with another salvager.
I thought Aya wouldn't take anyone from Kadara.
They don't. I told them what happened and they welcomed me. Ephra took me in. He says I'm a fighter, resistance material. I spent so long wanting more than what Angara Worlds could give me. I was wrong.
You can't lose faith. Some of those outsiders care about you.
Like who?
Rorik, for one. He sent me to find you, didn't he?
You went to a lot of trouble for someone you didn't know. Why?
Lots of us are trying to bring some good to Helios. Like Rorik. Like me.
Rorik. I should have known he'd be worried about me. Can I see that bracelet again? He actually made it.
He said you can use it to visit him again.
It'll take me some time, but I think I can do that. I know Rorik. He'd blame himself if he knew what happened. It would be better if he didn't know the truth. It's your choice, but think about it.
I'm sorry. They're using a different encryption on this message. I can't make anything of it.
Then set it aside and go back to the other batch I gave you.
Yes, Ephra.
Just read the Jarl's latest report. You killed the Rokar's leader. Eliminating Arxor was the right call. Question is, why'd you do it?
I was protecting a valued member of our crew.
Plenty of ways to save Jarl. You chose the lethal one. Interesting. What do you need?
I'll let you get back to it.
Good.
Here, I have the antibiotics for Kadara. Will the settlers be okay?
Once they have these, they'll be fine. I'll make sure they know who to thank.
Hello?
But if you think about it, we're free to do almost anything now.
Relax on a sunny beach?
Why not? We must have made some.
And we'd be willing to share.
Beach volleyball. I'd say it was the right time.
Sans jump jet, I hope.
Ah, you acquired the components?
Yes. I'm looking forward to seeing what you and Gil put together.
He's very gifted. When we succeed, more of your people can experience our stories as they are meant to be enjoyed. Goda Tavitara, the Lulia Reborn trilogy. I'm weeping a bit already.
Drac, tell us the story about the Thresher Moor again.
The one I killed with my bare hands?
Yeah, that's a good one.
Well, it's a pretty long story, but sure. One day, a while back, I was out picking rocks on the verge.
Get to the good part.
Yeah, the good part.
And then I killed the Thresher Moor with my bare hands.
Awesome.
Still thinking about the Turian Ark, Mason and Avitus. I hope Avitus is doing all right.
Time heals all wounds, as they say.
Heals the wound, doesn't erase it. You don't lose someone like that without scarring.
So why weren't you on the Turian Ark?
Our dad left Palaven with us long before the Ark even existed. I don't know if we really count as members of Turian society anymore. But who needs all those rules anyway, right?
You probably have work to do. We can chat later.
You know where to find me.
Pathfinder?
Are you happy now that Spender's out of the picture?
Damn right I am. Good riddance, too. Someone somewhere will take care of him.
And you won't have anything to do with it, huh?
Hold a grudge. Me? I would never.
We can talk more later.
Sure.
Hail the Archon Killer.
Are you going to stop calling me that?
Sure. What's up, Archon Killer?
Good talking to you, Gil.
Anytime.
Diteon. Diteon. A home in the middle of Kadara, despite it all.
We'll talk later.
I know it.
Ryder?
See you later, Cora.
I'll be here.
What can I do for you, Pathfinder?
I'll see you later, Jarl.
Stay strong and clear.
I hear Liam's planning to show some vids.
If our duties ever give us time.
Explains why Drac and PB are distilling something unsavory. Screw up the measurements and bathtub hooch can leave you blind, or worse. We can do better.
Better how?
An Asari liquor called Acantha. They used to run these wonderful black and white ads. There might be a bottle on the Nexus. It wouldn't be too expensive, I'm sure. Let me know if you find it.
I'll let you get back to it.
I'll be here if you need me.
Where to next?
We'll go wherever we're needed most.
And now you sound like a superhero. But not saying you aren't, of course. And you're right. We're still needed out there. So what are we waiting for?
What can I do for you?
What do you think of the rest of the crew?
Oh, if I gossip anymore, I'll get in trouble.
I'll let you concentrate.
You know where I'll be.
Anomaly detected. Probes launched. I found something. Applying data to what we already have. Anomaly detected. Probes launched. Anomaly found. Applying data to what we already have. Anomaly detected. Probe away. Getting a scan. This should give us a final location, Ryder. Got it. I'll forward all the information to your Omni tool.
Scene of your triumph, Ryder.
Look at those gas clouds. No wonder Meridian stayed hidden so long. We're in stable orbit.
Captain Dunn, still here?
I'll be the last one off, Pathfinder. They can call it a building now, but it's still my ship until everyone is clear. A good ride. I'm sorry to see it end.
Everyone owes you their lives. It was an honor to help bring it all home.
We both know how many people were involved. I'm not completely walking away, but it'll be nice to have a place. I've got a friend working on it. A nice little homestead. With fences. so you know what's yours.
Ryder, one of your father's memories is available.
Let's see it.
A moment. There is an added layer of security.
What was it G.N. Garson said? The code word is fulcrum.
That worked. This is the last memory your father encrypted, from the final planning stages of Hyperion's departure.
Castus, thanks for calling. Not a lot of people still admit to knowing me.
I owe you. Those were good days on the Citadel, Alec. I checked with my son Garrus. He works there now, CSEC.
And?
He says the Council thinks Commander Shepard's story is bogus.
Uh-huh. But?
Privately, I've heard they're starting to wonder.
This threat, they're called Reapers?
Shepard's word for them. Something about a cycle, an extinction event that happens every 50,000 years, galaxy-wide. And supposedly the alarm clock's about to go off again.
Unbelievable.
I know. But according to Garrus, Shepard's as level-headed as they come. Takes after you, and then 7. So, if the commander says these Reapers are coming, I don't want to be around to see them.
Thanks, Castus.
Take care.
Yes?
I checked around. There might be something to this.
If there is a war, the scramble for resources will be on a scale we've never seen before. The chaos will be monumental.
We should accelerate our timetable.
They will keep the reason quiet. No need to alarm anyone. But the arcs must be underway before any fighting starts. We can't get caught in the crossfire.
Agreed.
Is there something else?
Years ago, you mentioned salvation for a lot of people. You knew this was coming.
I knew something was coming. In theory. Shepard made it real.
And now that you're right?
We'll need a new home. We're going to be all that's left of civilization.
Sam.
Yes, Pathfinder?
Track down my kids. Tell them their old man needs to talk. It's urgent. And how is Ellen?
She remains in stasis. As you hoped, it has suspended the progress of her disease.
Make sure her pod is on the Hyperion. Don't use her real name. I'll tell the kids when the time is right. Sam, transfer Pathfinder access. Encrypt memories. There's still hope for your mother.
Mom is here? Alive?
Alec blocked all knowledge of this memory. I now recall his directive to put Ellen into stasis. He hoped it would halt further progress of her disease until a cure could be found.
Sam, this is the best news I've heard in a long time.
It is indeed cause for optimism, although Alec did not want to raise hopes prematurely. This is the reason you were made Pathfinder, to see the process through.
Where's Mom now?
Here on the Hyperion. Ellen is in a stasis pod under a false name. Elizabeth Riley.
So this was Dad's plan?
Alec could not live with the thought of Ellen recovering, only to discover you had died. He sacrificed himself to ensure you and Sarah could one day be reunited with your mother. He was also concerned that what he knew about the Reapers and the Benefactor remained secret. He entrusted you with this knowledge. Additional logs with pertinent information are now unlocked in Alec's quarters.
Now we know what G.N. Garson meant, that something big spooked the Benefactor. It was these Reapers. What do you know about them?
A Spectre operative in the Milky Way, Commander Shepard, launched an investigation in 2183 into the existence of an ancient race known as Reapers. According to Shepard's information, the Reapers invade the Milky Way every 50,000 years to destroy any advanced organic life. Allegedly, this cycle has been occurring for millions of years. Shepard claimed the Reaper's return was imminent.
But why was G.N. Garson murdered?
Recall Garson's words about the Benefactor. Now they're moving 100,000 of us to Andromeda. I hope it's all for good. but I have my doubts.
What does that mean? Who was, or is, the benefactor?
Unknown.
That was over 600 years ago. Was Shepard right? Did the Reapers come back?
Additional logs in your father's quarters have unlocked. Their implications are troubling. Your father believed it prudent that you have this information should anything happen to him.
Got it. I need to go find Mom.
I am Dr. Liara Tassoni, and I've spent several decades researching ancient Protheans. It is common knowledge that the Protheans were an advanced race that flourished in the Milky Way about 50,000 years ago, then went extinct. Even at the time of this writing, the year 2182, their culture remains a mystery. During my studies, I have developed some practices that can be used when analyzing any ancient culture. I hope they may prove useful for the research community.
Your father's personal logs.
We've just arrived in Andromeda. Before the rest of the Hyperion wakes up, I've checked our comms for any signals from the Milky Way. Looks like sometime in 2186. Everything went to hell. We got out just ahead of it. Commander Shepard was right. And so was our mysterious benefactor.
Alec, this is Gian Garson. For the record, year 2185. It's about Fulcrum. I'm on the Nexus and we're going into stasis for the voyage. Looks like you're already asleep. I'm very uncomfortable with our benefactor, and the fact that we still don't know who they are, and all these lives in our hands. I should have done something sooner. This is all very troubling, Alec. Let's talk as soon as you reach Andromeda.
Jen, I got your message about Fulcrum. It's now 2819. We reached Andromeda but have no sign of the Nexus. I have the same concerns as you. In all likelihood, the Milky Way... well, something terrible happened there. At least the benefactor spared us from that. But why keep hiding? Something's off. But we've got bigger problems at the moment. Habitat 7 may be a bust. Finding a home is all that matters now.
This is Paladin Command to all Turian units within range. Under catastrophic Reaper attack. Primarch Fedorian is dead. Ground units are searching for the next in succession. We'll advise when. Everybody get down!
Alliance personnel, please stand by for an emergency flash traffic message.
This is a galaxy-wide alert for all human territories. Fleet Admiral Stephen Hackett has declared threat condition Saber 1. Enemy presence confirmed in Sol System. Earth under Reaper attack. I say again, Reaper attack is underway. Instructions to follow on coded channel Crimson Tacit. May God save.
Hello, Alec. This is Liara Tassoni, and the year is 2186. I don't know if you'll even receive this message, but we corresponded years ago. I remember you spoke about a plan to settle Andromeda. I don't know if your arcs made it out of the Milky Way, but the worst has happened here. I'm with Commander Shepard and a brave crew. We're trying to build a weapon to turn the tide, but I fear that the civilization you remember, the people of the Milky Way as you knew them, could be gone forever. You may be all that's left. Please, don't forget us. Keep us alive in your hearts. And tell your children of the wonders that once were. On behalf of the crew of the Normandy SR2, This is Dr. Liara Tassoni, signing off.
I'm securing these Milky Way reports. This is the only copy, and I don't want it getting out. Whatever happened was 600 years ago. Someday we might break the news to everyone if the time's right. I guess we always knew there was no going back.
Pathfinder, name's Jezra. I've set up a little shop to protect your newbie to Frosties.
You don't look as wide-eyed as the other Meridian staff.
Left with the exiles, came back with the hopeful. You did that. Don't fuck it up. Store's open, Pathfinder. Enjoy.
Quite the sight to wake up to.
Can't say.
Meridian's not...
I haven't been out of stasis very long. Pathfinder.
How strange
Sure I have
to not
something in this jumble
immediately
bait
awaken a man of your
Where did you get all
obvious expertise.
Thanks, son. I like you too. I'm straight. Pathfinder, work continues. It's like shoving an Asari 3-prong through a keyboard, but it continues. Honestly, all this multi-species tech is a real bear to get together.
You can't do it?
Well, yes, I can do it. Just making sure the boss knows I'm working hard.
What have you learned about this world?
I've learned how much I don't know. Plugging into these systems is crazy. If your Sam wasn't parked here, I don't know what we'd do.
I'm providing everything I can to facilitate integration into the Meridian power structure.
Ugh. No word makes a tech pucker like integration.
What do you think Meridian needs from me?
Not Meridian. All of us. I know about the Sprog, Pathfinder. Find that kid, that's the future.
What's your story, Hunter Carey?
Really, Pathfinder? That's the nice weather we're having of Andromeda. But I'm game. I was in the family business until Grandpa died. After that, all anyone cared about was how to split it up. I can skip uncomfortable Thanksgivings from anywhere, so I came here. Family, right?
Sometimes a fresh start is best for everyone.
Best for me, and the people I wasn't supposed to hate. I'm here to build something. We all are, thanks to you.
Another time.
Pathfinder.
Hope. Hope is what built this despite impossible odds.
And trust? You took a big chance on us. On me.
Yes, I wouldn't be here seeing this if we hadn't opened our minds and hearts to each other. All of us.
Even for an Angara, you're one of a kind, Jarl. Don't know if I'll ever get used to all the feelings.
Yes, you will. But only because you must.
Block 9, staging. Reporting difficulty. Postpone.
There's still so much to do.
Tell me about it.
Always gonna be work to do, but the galaxy seems a lot friendlier these days. Glad I tied my anchor to your ship.
At least that makes one of us old-timer.
Old-timer? I resemble that remark.
The Hyperion legacy continues, Pathfinder. They put the Dun maneuver in the newest Arc flight manuals. It's described as controlled mass effect field reduction, using the momentum to diffuse impact through superstructure ablation. Hope these guys don't write the history books. Bland as hell.
What about us? Any Pathfinder gambits? A rider maneuver?
Afraid not. You'll have to be happy with settled humanity.
I guess it'll do.
You'll get over it.
Good day, Pathfinder. You'll forgive me if I keep this brief. I am at capacity.
Is that good or bad?
Good, of course. We are beginning to deploy the main bays of the Hyperion. Expect to see a lot of new faces.
What have you learned about this world?
I'm afraid I have turned inward to focus on the Sleepers and our fallen Hyperion. I'm grateful that the Ark remains a part of our future. There's a heart to this vessel, this home.
What do you think Meridian needs from me?
Not Meridian, the Sleepers. They need opportunity, and that comes from our ability to wake them. You carved a direct line through the Ket, but without resources, without Andromeda viability, we are still scrambling. It remains as it always has. Resources are the key to our future.
How did you come to the initiative, Darla Voss Hyperion?
It is embarrassingly simple. I lived among the Quarians as a child. My parents were ambassadors to the migrant fleet. We lived as they did, in sterile conditions. I had my own envirosuit. I didn't touch soil for a decade. The promise of 600 years on the Hyperion? That wasn't foreboding at all. In fact, it was comforting.
I wasn't put off by the journey either.
And that journey continues, thanks to you and the Remnant. I'm now living in a place that bridges technology and the natural, much like when I was a child. I love Meridian.
Another time.
Esu Salai, Pathfinder.
Well, here's the pod you told me to find. What's so important about Elizabeth Riley?
If you could have one person back in your life, who would it be?
Mom? No question there. Wait a minute. Elizabeth Riley? The initials. E.R. Are you saying?
I saw Dad's last memory. E.R. is Ellen Ryder. He brought her along. Sarah, it's Mom.
Oh my god. How is this possible?
Apparently, putting her into stasis also put her disease on hold.
Its progress has been halted. Alec put her in stasis after she fell unconscious in the hospital.
This is amazing. Dad's stubborn streak finally paid off. I could hug him. And then scream at him. He should have told us about this.
Dad was being Dad. I'm just glad she's still with us.
We have to wake her up.
That's inadvisable. Although Ellen is alive, reviving her would trigger the disease, which would prove fatal.
Can't we cure her, Sam? It's been 600 years.
That was your father's plan.
What do you mean?
Alec hoped that in Andromeda, we would discover new scientific insights that could provide answers. Our journeys in Helios have indeed provided valuable genetic knowledge, information that could lead to a cure. But patience is required. For the moment, enjoy the fact that she is still alive, and that your accomplishments will one day save her life.
Waking her up will be fun. Surprise, Mom, you're still alive. Dad put you on ice.
And, oh, almost forgot. You're in Andromeda now.
An unusual way to greet your mother, but I will defer to you. My original purpose was to ensure the survival of Ellen Ryder. It is a mission I hope the three of us will one day fulfill, together.
I can't believe all that happened. We'll find them. Well, Meridian?
Never get sick of this view. When we fly in, I get confused about which way is up.
Getting used to it.
Meridian.
I just realized we haven't decided where we're going to live.
What's wrong with the Tempest?
There's nothing wrong with the Tempest. It's just not a home. Isn't that what we want, eventually?
There's still work to be done. We can put down roots later.
All right. I get that you don't want to decide yet. But I do want one, you know? A home. Hopefully with you.
I know. And it's not far away.
Ryder, you have to promise me something.
What's that?
If you see me spending a ton of time here, please make me leave. I could blink and lose 20 years in a place like this.
At least I'll know where to find you.
Ha ha, very funny. Now go away. I've got more to do and ponder and figure out.
What do you want?
Something wrong?
Oh God, Pathfinder. This is small talk, isn't it? I'm sorry it takes a few moments to turn on my human face. What can I do for you?
What have you learned about this world?
Have you seen the change in the remnant ships? They're doing things. They say it's automated maintenance. But 7 of the largest ships docked on the exterior. Power dimmed. Then they left. We lost them in the Scourge.
I'm pretty tired of surprises. Should we be worried?
There was a book I read as a teen, Clark, about first contact. But there was no contact. It was just a ship on its way somewhere else. It made me feel small. That I, and humanity, wasn't the center of everything. It was humbling, but comforting too. The 7 have done the same, but I'm not comforted. This place, Pathfinder, it's still bigger than us. Helios is still bigger.
What do you think Meridian needs from me?
Your job should be complete. Not to criticize your effort, but by the numbers, we were supposed to be beyond Pathfinders. But we cannot ignore the obvious. Meridian is fine, but finite. If there remain worlds that can sustain an outpost, you must find them. Your job is to make yourself obsolete. I wish you and all of us the best of luck.
How did you come to the initiative, Iora?
Pioneers come in many forms. To be the organizational foundation, the chief of operations on an Ark? How could I not come? Plus, I'm rather pleased my colonist ID is D46 Chicago.
Not sure I get it.
That's all right. It's not for you.
Another time.
Of course, Pathfinder.
Keeping up your training shouldn't get soft. This place is great for a jog if you follow the equator. Like running up the longest wall in the galaxy. Want to try?
Sounds good. First 1 to 3 miles makes breakfast.
They'll always expect more from us. But we always deliver. See you at 0500.
Hello? We're in stable orbit.
Entering atmosphere. LZ in sight.
Jarl! Jarl! Oh. Wait. Is that bad news?
No, no. The Pathfinder is interested in where I grew up. Ryder, this is my true mother, Sahuna Amadarav.
Hello.
Jarl's told me how much he admires you.
Really?
He's my favorite. Smart, loyal, kind. A great shot. Writes poetry, sews.
Mother.
I'm late for a resistance meeting. Stay clear.
Your mother's in the Resistance?
Yes. And every child is her favorite. Everyone, this is Ryder.
Hi.
Look who the Kraken dragged in. Welcome back. This is where I spent most of my days growing up. Me, my sister, Koana, our cousin, Etta, and brother, Finn. Then Bavzil, Rolu.
So wonderful to
Hey,
have
Jarl.
you back.
Hey, human.
Jarl, you bring in someone special to meet us.
Wow. Cozy.
We like to live like this.
Gonna give your friends some real food?
Good to see you. And here's my room. My tiny sanctuary.
We have a saying that I like. Home is where the heart is.
I like that. Oh, no. Who put this here?
Schematics of...
When I was 7, my aunt stole a Ket weapon for me. So I took it apart to learn.
And that was a Kraken.
Pet Kraken. Alfit. He died. So I also took him apart.
To learn?
Why not? I never show people these things, but I feel like we're family.
I'm glad Ephra threw you on my ship.
Hey, there's one more thing you might like. Sit there.
Been interesting so far. Nice. You made that?
Long ago. It's not accurate. More of a dream, really. Just one more thing I want to take apart and figure out.
Me too, Jarl. Me too. coordinates we were sent.
From that tip about the Solarian Ark, if it was true.
If there's truth to it, we should know.
Damn it! Bad guys!
A betrayal, yes, for us.
Let's look around. They might have left something. From their gear, they were hoping to capture someone.
Probably me. Sorry about that. Though, if you'd broken a sweat, I'd be sorrier.
You sent us the message about the Solarian Ark?
Yes, Major Salin Vaughn, STG, retired, of course.
What's STG?
Special Tasks Group. Back home, we were field agents who gathered intelligence and handled inconveniences.
Spies? Assassins?
If you prefer. As I said, these days I stick with retiree.
Espionage is a job that follows you home. Or across galaxies.
Until there's nothing for it but to grow a conscience. Let's be frank. There are too many inconsistencies aboard our Ark. They only make sense if someone betrayed us to the Ket. My best suspect is a biologist, Dr. Adden, but the evidence is thin. I need a Pathfinder to verify what I've found, or I risk arresting an innocent man.
Who's Adden? Why would he betray his Ark?
An ex-military biologist from the early wake-up team on our Ark. He claims to be studying the Ket. As for why, I intend to ask him.
Couldn't Hager help you with this?
Hager's too green to be corrupt, but his team's another story. You're obviously trustworthy. If you were involved, you wouldn't have saved our Ark in the first place.
All right, I'm in. How do we catch your traitor?
I only have 2 leads left. Dr. Adden's equipment and a Ket who might be his handler. I need you and your Sam to analyze them. If we show Dr. Adden's in regular contact with the Ket, that would prove he's the one.
What's the standard punishment for Ket collaborators?
Most people would settle for an angry mob, but I like to think justice made the trip out here. Remember Dr. Adden's equipment and his Ket contact. This has to be watertight. Good luck.
Leaving Avaril. Bridge is yours, Pathfinder.
Joel's been asking to talk to you.
Did you get my message? Doesn't matter. I have exciting news, and I wanted to tell you in person.
Should I sit down?
Is that another idiom? Or... Yes, of course. Do what you like.
Yeah, it's an idiom that means... Never mind.
I've been offered an advancement in the Resistance, and my own command.
That's great. I'm happy for you.
But you don't sound... another idiom?
Kinda. So when did this happen?
Recently. You know that I wasn't satisfied with my position and direction in the Resistance.
Or life.
True. Very true. Yes. After my successes with you, they see me with new eyes. But more importantly, so do I.
So you get your own command?
It's a covert squad, Tech Ops, commanding a small group of elite specialists that infiltrate advanced Ket sites. High danger, high reward.
That's a hard choice to make. I won't stand in your way.
That's kind. It was a hard choice.
Okay then. Should we head back to Aya?
What? Why? I'm not taking the position.
But that's crazy. It's what you wanted.
What I wanted, yes. But not what I needed. Not what I need. With your help, I broke free of expectation. I found my better self.
That's one of the nicest things anyone has said to me. Seriously.
Good.
No, really.
You've changed too, I think. More open, like a true Angara.
Perfect.
So, you're stuck with me now. At least until this all plays out. Besides, you need me.
Don't push your luck.
But luck can't be pushed. It comes to us, and... idiom.
Yep.
Shit.
Beginning approach.
Fold orbit is steady.
Approaching the LZ.
That's Techix, according to my map. This must be Dr. Adden's workspace, the one the STG agent is investigating.
This equipment has been sterilized with a standard radioisotope. There are trace elements of biomaterial that could be consistent with exaltation pods.
Or they could be leftovers from Adden's experiments.
The agent mentioned a Ket handler, too.
Where can I get one of those resistance patches? Trade you a hustle.
It's a Kari, and we don't just hand them out.
I own mine so I can share it.
I earned mine so I could keep it.
Cat! Let's get a scan. That STG agent was right. This cat was Dr. Adams' contact.
This cat has a Milky Way comm device implanted. Particle vibration on the transmitter resembles Solarian encryptions.
Resembles doesn't prove much. The cat could have found the implant on the Solarian Ark. The best leads on Adam's betrayal, and they're both circumstantial.
Maybe he's not the guy.
How about we talk to Hager about this, back on the Nexus? He might have something.
Life support restored.
We have similar variations in our species. Spiritual, political, and physical adaptation has always been a strength of ours.
For us, it depends on who and when you ask.
Ah, then we've had similar problems, too.
Ah, you found your first beacon. Ready for a taste of Hescal training?
Give me your best shot.
There's a gigantic fiend nearby. Let's see if you can hunt it before it hunts you. For food on long missions. Later, from tradition. Good work.
Temperatures are within acceptable parameters.
That's the path to the Kett Command Center. Offer still stands, Jar. If I say anything odd, I'll give you the breakdown back on the Tempest.
Our translator is very sophisticated. It has a library based on every single encounter with your people. At this point, I doubt you could stump it.
Daxons with erections can't climb stairs.
I stand corrected.
Ryder, back for another HeatSink challenge. I have a test of subtlety. Get into a kit base and download a full copy of its files.
Hostile shuttle incoming.
Let's do this!
On approach.
There'll be more. Nice work.
We're not alone. Reinforcements!
Hostiles ahead! Forget distractions, just push through!
The temperature is falling, Pathfinder.
Catch! On approach!
I don't think we're done here. full download.
The ambient temperature is normal. Life support is back online.
Your Nomad is impressive. We haven't put much effort into ground vehicles recently.
Loss of vehicles to the Ket?
Worse, loss of ground.
Wow. Imagine how big they'd be if they were somewhere warm.
Ryder, back for another HeatSink challenge. This one's straightforward, a test of combat efficiency. The beacon will agitate the remnant. Take them down quick. Maybe you'll beat my personal best.
I'm reading a temperature decrease.
Remember, take them down as fast as you can. I don't think we're done here. Get ready to fight. Stay alert. There'll be more. And it's hell. Reinforcements! Reinforcements!
More incoming!
We did it! That beats Indraknor's count.
Good. I'm glad.
Excellent. We learned early on to make every shot count. That's more than enough proof of your talents. Come, let's speak again in person.
What's the story? I'm very interested.
I just realized how much history I'd have to cover before you'd get how amazing it was. I'll get back to you.
Pathfinder, this area can be mined for resources. You can extract minerals via your mining interface. I'm reading a normal temperature range, Pathfinder. The ambient temperature is normal. Life support is stable. reading a temperature decrease. There may be something here that is relevant to your search for Angaran artifacts.
Is this Angaran? It looks strange.
Maybe Avail will know more about it. Put it in cargo.
I'm reading a temperature decrease.
Welcome back. Fold orbit is steady.
And repairs continue on various parts of the network. The Ket defeated Meridian found.
Safely home thanks to you and your skills. I've learned a great deal.
It was fun to really test myself out there.
Spoken like a soldier. Your performance was exemplary, Ryder. I can see clearly why your N7 would be the best of the best. If you tire of being a Pathfinder, I'd be honored to call you a brother HeatSink.
The Nexus is a place of friendship and cooperation. We're glad you visit.
It was nearly 3,000 years ago when the Krogan and Solarians first met. War and ignorance had decimated the Krogan homeworld. The Solarians uplifted them, rescuing the Krogan from likely extinction. The Solarians gave them technology and a new planet where they could thrive. In return, the Krogan defeated a hostile race threatening galactic peace. Theirs is a complicated relationship, but one showing how species who disagree still coexist in the Milky Way.
The Nexus is a place of friendship and cooperation.
Hello again.
Thanks.
Of course.
Don't hesitate to speak with one of our friendly
Welcome back.
ambassadors. They're happy to answer any questions you may have.
I want. I
Eager
couldn't
to
live
learn
here.
more about your own culture.
Pathfinder, do you have just a minute? You're here. I'll give you my entire chocolate ration for an interview about Meridian.
Done. I'm down to the ones with strawberry goop in the middle.
So, Meridian's real. A promised land. You did it. This could give us the golden worlds everyone was waiting for. And humanity has first claim.
Technically, yes. But practically, our allies will always be welcome.
It's good to have that on the record. I'm headed out there soon. Documenting Meridian could be a lifetime's work, even for an Asari. I can't wait to get started. Meridian. Now that's history in the making.
Authorities continue work to establish contact.
The flag of the Teon. That's yours, Nexus.
Your supplies are safe. I stored everything away.
Thank you.
Did you just say thank you?
The others aren't here yet, but it shouldn't be long.
The others?
Cash and Vorn. If we're gonna teach you Krogan games, we're gonna need more Krogan.
Vorn doesn't bug you as much as you pretend he does. Huh.
Yeah, don't tell anyone. He's smart, real handy with plans, kept the colony alive and going after we left the Nexus. Cash made a good choice there. Not that I had any say in the matter.
So, fire-breathing Thresher Maws of Doom.
That's right. Pretty basic game. First one Krogan kids usually play.
I've seen vids, and I know Thresher Maws are damn huge, but fire-breathing Thresher Maws of Doom? That sounds like overkill.
You'll see. It's great.
Right, so, what are the rules?
Kids game, remember? It's simple. Burn down all the other pieces on the map. You win.
I can work with fire.
This is gonna be great. Vorn's bringing root snacks. Corkrow's my favorite. I'll load up the mini flamethrowers when the others get here.
Well, at least the table is fireproof. I think.
Yeah, just don't hit the drinks. Bartender will have a fit.
Pathfinder?
Can I help?
Convicted murderer Nilken Rensis, pardoned after an investigation by the human Pathfinder proved his innocence. This is HNS.
I'm sorry. I can't be an exile. Can't do this.
Sure they can. Especially to knife-waving assholes with 3 strikes already.
You son of a bitch. Let me out of here.
You'll have all the freedom you want on Kadara Port. Now shut it.
All personnel be advised, Turian colonists are incoming. Pathfinder.
Talk to you later.
Hydroponics reports oxygen production is nominal.
Fix it. I'll handle any fallout. I got your report. Both our Pathfinder and the Natanus? What a mess.
It could have been much worse.
True. We've got survivors to find and a new Pathfinder out in the field. I'll take it. I owe you for this, Ryder. It'd still be lost without you.
Bye, Kandros. Duty calls.
You and me both, Pathfinder.
Hey, Ryder, I'd like a moment.
Yes? Lieutenant Syax, right?
That's me. I'm putting together Apex strike teams to protect the people and assets you're setting up out there. We don't have a good sense of what we're up against, and could benefit from your experience.
I'll have Sam upload our insights on the Ket, Remnant, and Outlaw forces we've encountered.
Thanks. You'll see. Apex will make a difference.
Secure message from intelligence. Requesting armor cam footage.
The Asari Ark has been recovered.
I hear a Krogan stirred up some trouble in Kadara Port.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Right.
Nothing more for now.
Later.
Apex personnel, please check your duty roster for important updates.
Pathfinder.
Arc Parchero advises that power consumption is
Yes,
nominal.
Pathfinder.
Ah, Ryder. Grab a seat.
So yes, after that, the Ket tightened security. I've only just got back.
The idea of Solarians figuring out exaltation must keep them up at night.
A comforting thought.
It's satisfying to wipe that smug look off Ket faces.
I meant to thank you for the star maps.
You're welcome. Between us, charting the Scourge and Ryder's vault data, the Ket will run out of bolt holes.
I'll send you our latest.
I'll take a copy as well. Anything to expand the search grid.
Still hunting down the stasis pods.
And finding them. Having a partner AI makes one hell of a difference. I guess I need to train a successor. And figure out how to prepare them.
Better to find your wings as you fly. Worked for us, didn't it?
There's only one way to find out what kind of Pathfinder you are.
Ha! Guess so.
For now, friends, I need your help. The first wine bottled in Andromeda, sent back to the Nexus.
A good thing I brought my flask. Damn, that smells good.
Seemed worthy of our first proper meeting together. If we have a toast.
To our crews, our Sams, and each other. May we always find our path home.
Superintendent Cash reminds everyone, all power...
Ah, Ryder. Your pilot said you were helping Major Salen Vaughn with an investigation into Dr. Adden.
You know Salen?
Only by reputation. One of STG's finest back in the day. I tried to help him with Adden, but sort of stalled.
Salen gave me 2 leads, but everything I found was inconclusive.
I reached out to ARC leadership, the ones who woke up first, but they keep putting me off. I had an idea, but it might not be completely legal.
Hey, if we don't break the rules, who will?
One of those ARC officers, Rand Lon, has an apartment here. If he's busy, he won't be around. And a quick scan wouldn't hurt anything. Just see what's there.
Ryder, welcome home.
So it's official? You're part of our little club?
I know I was reluctant, but it was the right call. Thanks for the push.
Anytime. I love pushing people around.
So I hear.
From who?
Everyone.
How have you been since HO47C?
Fine, I'm fine.
Keep internalizing your feelings and you're bound to explode. Doesn't have to be me, but you should talk to someone.
I talked to Sam.
That's a start. Any luck finding other survivors from Natanis?
Brought in another batch yesterday. Still too many unaccounted for, but we're getting there.
I'll keep an eye out.
Thanks, Ryder. Appreciate it.
How's life on the Nexus treating you?
Running water and rations. It's a beautiful thing. I can tell people are still shook up from the uprising, but compared to Varl, things almost feel normal.
So, how are you finding the new post?
Not used to having people question my actions, but I like the challenge. More than I thought I would.
Any regrets?
My only regret is that Mason isn't here to see me play diplomat with Tan. Back in the Milky Way, I would have punched sense into that worm. Now, I use my words. I'm a changed man.
Pathfinder versus Spectre. How does it compare?
They're completely different beasts. As a Spectre, I worked in the shadows. Intel was on a need-to-know basis. Here, everyone's looking at me, looking to me. It's all out in the open.
Which do you prefer?
Being a Spectre was easier, but being a Pathfinder's more rewarding.
Good seeing you, Avitus.
Stay safe out there.
How are things going with Ark Lucinia?
The Asari seem happy just to be alive, but the Nexus is running out of places to put them.
I know. The outposts can't come fast enough.
What do we do in the meantime?
Would they be willing to go back into stasis?
After what they've been through? You get to ask them.
I see your point. Just double them up in whatever quarters we have. It's a momentous occasion, Ryder. You succeeded beyond everyone's wildest dreams. Except mine, of course. The first time I saw you, I knew you had the makings of a great Pathfinder. It's fortunate I was here to provide the sage counsel that guided you to Meridian. It's a victory for us both. Did you have some other business?
That's all. Thanks for your time.
Of course.
Ark Lucinia advises, stasis revival protocols are proceeding. As sleepers wake from stasis.
Hello again.
The initiative has found the Solarian Ark. Reports suggest Perchero was intercepted by Ket forces in the Tofino system. Reached for comment, officials refuse to provide any details on the status of the Ark or its inhabitants. But they do confirm the Solarian Pathfinder has died. Amid confusion and questions, the Nexus now braces for a potential influx of Solarian settlers. This is HNS.
I was just being honest.
There's a difference between being honest and being an
Firearms on the Nexus
What's up?
Nothing. Just thought I'd look up my girl.
Your girl?
Are you saying you aren't? This is very upsetting.
Oh, Ryder. Anyway, I'm just taking a breather out here. Ready to go when you are.
Hello, this is Director Jared Tan. I would like to...
Hello?
Pathfinder, you have new email.
1 bottle of Acantha, barely opened.
It's medicinal, you understand. Cuts down hangovers, which will save PB and Drax some grief.
Of course.
Thank you, Ryder. Would you ask Liam when we're doing this? I've got a couple of things to finish up.
I'll let you get back to it.
I'll be here if you need me.
I say, let's enjoy a few movies. And everyone else says, no, let's have an extravaganza with all the trimmings.
You're complaining?
No. Well, maybe, because now I need to do it all justice. You got me a decent library, but I heard someone has a director's cut of Last of the Legion, the banned version, remastered, no crappy extras added for the Hannah.
And you want me to look for it?
It'd be the gold-dusted cherry on your sundae. In the meantime, I'll get things set. We're more than ready for a night in.
Construction and repair continued on various levels. This is not what I signed up for. An entire could be worse. You could be dead. Station in the Liberty system.
I talk to my family every day.
Meridian.
So glad I went to school.
An embassy has been established on Ida.
Locked.
I may be able to hack this, Pathfinder.
And we're in. Definitely the apartment Hager mentioned. Freshly vacuumed.
Traces of dust still remain. Based on the Scourge radiation count, they came from a remote world.
So Rand Lon, or someone in his apartment, went exploring out there. Password protected. Little help, Sam?
Accessing. It contains financial and personnel reports. However, the EM signature suggests data was recently cleaned.
It's been watered recently.
A single fiber is caught on a leaf. It shows traces of novetamine.
A drug?
A neurodepressant reported in some Andromeda wildlife. This plant is not one of them.
Okay, something's fishy. Sam, can you work out which planet the dust on the floor came from?
I have a candidate. No record of any official...
What are you doing in my apartment?
You must be Rand Lon.
Yes. You're the one who saved our Ark. What are you doing here?
I'm conducting an investigation about the Solarian Ark. I wanted to check a few things.
Ah, I did hear about this. I was too busy to assist. I suppose I'll have to make the time. What do you need?
I'd like to ask Dr. Aiden a few questions. Do you know him? Or where he is?
Oh yes. Aden's some sort of biologist. We were among the first to wake up. Difficult times. I haven't seen him since the Ark was rescued. Why Aden?
Salen Varn mentioned...
Salen? Huh, I see. If the Major's at it again, this makes more sense.
What do you mean?
No, I won't spread rumors. You can go, but I wouldn't break into any more homes on Salen's advice.
If I've been misled, I should hear these rumors.
The Major is brilliant, but he's just been in STG too long. He's been bothering us with conspiracies since he woke up. It's common in retired agents. They can't navigate a world without espionage.
I see.
Look, let's forget this happened. For the Major's sake. Goodbye, Pathfinder.
Still got that planet identified, Sam?
Yes, Pathfinder.
Let's see why Rand or his friends are going to the middle of nowhere.
Everything's reading normal. They're snug as... Oh, hey, Ryder.
Harry? What's going on here?
You're telling him? Oh, can I watch? Please.
Of course.
Got something to show you.
I love surprises. Wait. Are those?
Krogan children. My children. Live in the egg, every last one of them.
Nobody else knows, Ryder. I don't know what's in store for me, but however this turns out, I'll be part of our future. And so will you.
So, does that make me the godparent?
Don't let it get to your head. We're going to need more than one.
Hope. It's a scary thing. I'll teach them, Ryder, about what we used to be and what we are now.
Just like he taught me.
I talk to my family every day. They can't believe half of what I tell them.
The reality just
Pathfinder?
Authorities continue work to establish...
Hello?
Pythias system. Home of Eos and Prodromos.
Descent is green.
Coordinating. Path is calm.
Pathfinder, this area can be mined for resources. You can extract minerals via your mining interface.
Loot from our outposts. And an Ark escape pod? Where did they get that?
Doesn't matter. They're not keeping it.
We need an up-close scan.
Cat signals detected ahead, Pathfinder.
Suvi gave us, but there's nothing here. Just this beacon.
Routing through a bunch of proxies to hide a transmission's true location. Sounds like something I'd do if I wanted to speak out against you.
If it's all connected, then this beacon warrants a closer look.
I'm Victor. Another variant. Solarian. Reflexes were impressive.
Duranhi R11 Holor. In need of assistance.
No longer aware of where it is. Dispose of it.
Glad he's gone.
Kid, watch out.
Looks like they found it drifting and brought it here.
I'm not able to extrapolate point of origin, Pathfinder.
But the Ark could be intact, like the Hyperion.
Let's hope so.
Looks clear.
Enemies! Get ready to fight!
And it's...
Let's see where the
Pathfinder, I have located another node on this network. Updating your Omni tool with the information. Pathfinder, this area has been altered by Remnant. There may be something of use.
The BlackRock signal comes and goes. You've evened out the weather, but I wouldn't call reception clear. EO still feels frontier. Claim, but not tame, we like to say.
Looks like that's it for hostiles. Let's see what this beacon has for us.
Pathfinder, I have located another node on this network. Updating your Omni tool with the information.
Tanned means teeth.
The transmission is strong and unobstructed here, Pathfinder.
Looks like we found it then.
They're all dead.
With the Archon gone, we are free to pursue what was intended, the exaltation of Helios. I have re-established contact with the Empire. The arrival of reinforcements will ensure the swift achievement of our goal.
Pathfinder, this is the machine that is sending out those transmissions. It is currently broadcasting something.
Put it on.
We have no use for those who echo the Archon, adhere to the Ket ways, or be discarded. The Purge has only just begun.
If the Ket are fighting amongst themselves, that helps us.
That's not gonna last once her purge is over. I wonder what this means for the Ket, and for us.
After they're done with the Angara, they'll move on to us. We need to gain a foothold here. Make sure we're strong enough to take them when they come. Sam, is there anything else here?
No, Pathfinder.
Back out into Helios, then.
With the originator of our conflict gone, we can once again be a united people. We will mend the rift by adhering to the true Ket way. Do not be swayed by those who still repeat the Archon's ideas. He cast aside tradition and he was destroyed, as will all who are sympathetic to his opinions.
Wounds consistent with Ket weaponry. And most killed with a single shot.
Shit. They were executed.
Ascent is go.
Leaving Atmo. All clear.
Welcome back.